Hello, hello. Today we're playing Anbennar. This is a total conversion mod for EU4, for those not in the know, that changes it to an original fantasy kind of D&D-like setting. We are playing the Jarldom of Urviksten, which is fantasy Vikings that used to rule Castanor, the Roman Empire of the setting, for a time before they had a massive fall. And during the era of Black Ice, which was this setting's kind of Viking age, they did a lot of gaming. And we are here to bring them back. Alright, we follow the Skaldhiric faith, which kind of a generic, mechanically it's a just kind of generic pagan faith, but otherwise we're a normal monarchy. And we get Ebon Steel Infantry, which we start out with a few. These are very good elite infantry with, of course, Ebon Steel equipment, a semi-mythical metal. But we've forgotten how to make it. So, Ebon Steel provinces increase our force limit of Ebon Steel infantry by 1.5 every time you expand infrastructure. Building a mage tower in these provinces increases that by a further 2. But we can only recruit new Ebon Steel infantry units once we have unlocked the secrets of Ebon Steel forging. So, we start out with 6 of them, and 1 unit of cavalry. But the only mission we're going to be able to do right now is assemble the men. A great little speech there if you want to read it. Which once we have gotten up to our force limit, we will get for 25 years we will get 10% morale of armies and permanent claims on all this, which we are going to want to conquer rather quickly, because to our south here we have Doombringer and Frozen Maw Orcs. We don't have a truce with Doombringer, and we have a truce with Frozen Maw until 1449, so for 5 years. We got 5 years to build up in preparation to fight them again. So let's start with taking some rivals. Doombringer, Nogsvoll, and Skaldskola. Because we're going to be conquering all of them, and we're going to be recruiting 1 cavalry. Oh, well, that recruits and everything. We're not going to be humiliating. I made that mistake already on the first run. I accidentally declared humiliate on Nogsvoll instead of conquest. Oopsie daisies. Also, we're going to immediately put our Jarl on there and get a tiny bit of drilling in there while we can. And then we are going to wait for that recruiting to be done. Alrighty, we've recruited our 2nd unit of cavalry, went ahead and stopped them drilling so we can get some morale back real quick. We've completed Assemble the Men. We'll leave that up there for a minute if you wish to pause and read, but essentially we are getting ready to go out and reclaim our birthright. We're going to conquer Garudia, we're going to push the orcs out, and we're just going to game on everyone. Now, I'm going to go ahead and temporarily just get rid of our navy. Save us some money, because we are going to be fighting. We are going to be fighting big time. Now we got our CBs. We're just going to get some morale back, and then we're going to declare war on Nogsvoll first. Take out the weakest link. Let's give them 1 more month of morale. Hopefully they don't get any allies in this time. They're trying to get Vangheim, but I don't think they will in the next month. Alright, gentlemen, to war. Conquest. Take Nogsvoll. They've got a total of 4,000 troops. We've got 8,000. This should be no problem for us to take. Especially with our Ebon Steel infantry. Oh, our leader just died during the battle. Gunner the 2nd Ebon Frost takes over. That means we don't have a general on this battle anymore. But we still absolutely annihilated them. Very unfortunate. We're going to have to... Oof. Yeah, we're going to have to get that stability up. We're going to have to take the admin hit. But that's not too bad considering Gunner has 4 in admin, whereas his dad had 2. But we don't have a consort, don't have an heir. We're going to have to sit out this siege. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is currently the 18th day of the 6th month, 1445. So we'll wait the siege out and see exactly how long that has taken. Alright, just one small change here. I did decide while I was waiting that it would be worth it to grab a general. So we moved back to Baldersby, grabbed Garik Dredgarhaven as a general. And he, turns out, first general we rolled had 2 siege. So we're going to continue and wait this out, but I just wanted to give that little update here. Alrighty, we've returned. Grabbing a general was an excellent gamble there, as the siege has gone quite a bit faster than it would have without. We're into the 3rd month of 1446, so the next year. And we got a breach in the wall. We're at 35% chance to surrender. Troll refugees. There is no room for you here. No siree. 49% chance to surrender. Now, let's see. We could get a new consort who's a 143. That's not great. Would give us a little bit of national unrest, as well as local unrest in production efficiency in Baldersby. But we would get 10 years of local tax and local manpower, lose prestige, and lose legitimacy. F it, we'll do it live. We will do it live. Now let's finish out this siege. Alright. We finish the siege. We take their land. We take max money, which ain't much. It's 15 ducats. 15 whole ducats. We'll go ahead and get started on coring that, which means we gotta wait to get our stability back up. A part of me really doesn't want to wait, because Avenkop here, Avenkop, still doesn't have any allies. So we could take them very quickly. So I think we're immediately going to go into war with them. We still technically outnumber them, though not by much. But we have Ebon Steel infantry. So let's give them let's debate them a little bit. We're gonna let them get locked in to going to Silverborg, and then we're gonna hit them. We're gonna take some casualties here, but we're going to absolutely trounce their army. Good. Good. Now we just need to occupy Orstengard for the ticker, and then we'll hit him again. Glory for Ebon Frost. We can use it to strengthen the throne, or I'm going to take the prestige. We were in the negative for prestige a little bit there. Alright, good. We have the war goal. Let's smash their guts out. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going, buddy? Little guy? Where do you think you're going? Nah, nowhere. Nowhere and nowhere fast. Let's get back up there and siege. Occupy Nirvord first so that they can't build more units. Hopefully we'll get up there before they crank one out. Hey yo. Hey yo. Oh, these bastards are gonna come in here and siege that. Oof. I know who's next. I know who's next. Well, these guys have put us in a very precarious situation where we can't take that because they're sieging it down. And so we're stuck at war with them. At least we've got the ticker that we can wait on. But because they're blockading us, we are going to lose a little bit of money. We are going to go ahead and boost that stability up, get the unrest down. Because manpower is not something we have in a ton of abundance, really. But this is going to be a bit of a waiting game, so I will return when we have something to report. Alright, during all of this, we did manage to get an heir, 624, so pretty dang good. We are going to go ahead and name him Olav. We don't know what trait he's going to get, of course, yet. And his claim strength is very low, so hopefully Gunnar II lives quite a bit longer. But we still need to wait this out more, so we will once again be back when we have something more to report. Alright. Well, they're willing to accept a peace deal for max money in the 2 provinces we have occupied. So we're gonna go ahead and take those. Begin coring them both. And finish the mission. Fortify against the Grey Tide. Which will get us a free castle in Urviksten. As well as a modifier on Urviksten for 25 years. And we discover some things, but we lose 50 crowns. Forget they're called crowns and not ducats here. But as soon as Redgarhaven here has finished out their war, and we've cored these provinces, we're going to go straight in on them. So we're just going to wait for the core, which be just a bit over a year, and then we're going in on Redgarhaven. So we'll drill for a little while. Oof, losing 50 military power is not great. We did dev a couple clicks in Urviksten, and I believe 1 in Baldersby, to get our income up a little bit, but with these brewing rebellions, we've got to be careful. I really don't want to spend the manpower to fight them, and we've got a bit of spare mill power. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of harsh treatment, and let's take one more stab. It's probably the only stab I'm going to be taking for a hot minute. And let's do a hunt. Let us do a hunt while we wait. We've only got 1 more year until the truce is up, so I think honestly we might not wait until these are done being made cores. We need to gamble. We need to be bold. We've got to allow for time for sieges and all that. So let's just get our morale back, and we're going straight in on Redgarhaven. We cannot afford to sit idle and just wait. Oh, okay, that battle wasn't looking great for us for a minute, but it turned out to be okay. We're gonna go ahead and occupy Olavsborg. We made that the war goal for a reason, since it doesn't have a fort on it, but Avenkop does. Then we'll attack them here at their capital in Redgaraven. They'll probably retreat to Avenkop now. And we're just gonna follow them up. We're just gonna farm them for free war score, baby. Never mind. Oh, it doesn't have a fort on it now. It only had a fort on it because it was a capital. Well, we'll occupy this first, then we'll siege down Redgaraven. That's just free war score, man. Free war score, free army tradition. That we want to have. And the siege begins. The 4th month of 1449. So we will... Oof, we're losing money, so we're gonna have to take a loan. It's not a big loan, but we're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to siege them out. But, oh. Urviksten Castletown is complete, which will give us 2 base tax, 1 base production, 1 base manpower, and another modifier for 20 years, local development cost and local trade power. We'll go ahead and take that now. We'll take that now, we'll dev later. A little bit later. But for now, we're going to wait out this siege, so once again, I'll return when we have something more to report. Alright, one small change here. We sieged them down, obviously. And we can now go and clear out this guy that's just not even able to siege. But Frozen Maw, our truce with them just expired. And they just declared war on Doombringer, so they are about to be on our doorstep. And Redgaraven is not quite ready to surrender because I forgot they have a province out here on an island, so we need to ticker them out a bit more before they are willing to capitulate. Now they're retreating back to their ships. We also did manage to core Nirvord and Ostengard. But of course, they're still going to have quite a bit of unrest. So we might have to deal with some rebellions. Let's see. They willing to peace out for that now? With max money? Yes. Alright, we gotta wait for admin power to core these up. So we're gonna wait on that and see if we have to crush any rebellions real quick before Frozen Maw comes knocking on our door. Well, we've had a bit of a fortuitous change in situation. We've been sitting on our laurels, deving and fleshing out our army a bit. We had to recruit a couple non-Ebonsteel infantry and got up to having 4 cav. But Doombringer and Broken Jaw have fought Frozen Maw to somewhat of a standstill here. They're both at war with Frozen Maw, which has bought us enough time that I think we can take on the alliance of Skaldskola and Vangheim. Vangheim? I don't know. They will outnumber us, but these are harpies. I think we can lure them into a battle and then, you know, fight them. Bjarnrik is allied to both of us. They won't come in on either side. So I think what we do is we make the war goal Sudenhagus. Right here. We'll fight the harpies as quickly as we can and then go siege this down and start sieging everything else, and then we'll go siege Harpy lands. So let's see if we can lure them in by going to siege this down. Or better yet, we'll get the harder to fight enemy first. Don't let them get in there. Oh, they might get in there. Ooh, we're gonna take a loss here. That's fine. Guerrilla warfare it is. Oh yes, get all nice and spread out for me. Get all nice and spread out. Let's get some more morale back first. Let's not be stupid. Let's not be silly here. Fight smarter, not harder. Quick wipe? Can we get a quick wipe? Nope, they're all gathered back up already. Let's see if we can... Oh, no, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. This isn't... We're gonna call this one an alternate timeline, and we're going to go back a little bit. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Except, I'm not going to be silly. I'm going to go straight for the harpies. These guys will run around, do a little bit of sieging, maybe. Except I don't even see the harpies this time, so maybe I can just come down here and smack them a little bit, huh? Alright, there we go. We got the stack wipe on them, completely destroyed their army. Oh, good thing this worked out a lot better than the alternate timeline. So we're going to siege down the war goal. And then I'm going to go straight for Skaldol. Skaldol, their capital. We're going to siege this down. Actually, we're going to go kill those dang harpies. We're going to go crush them dang harpies. Maybe we can very quickly convince them that being in this war is not in their best interest. Perhaps. Because we're not going to be taking anything from the harpies. No, we're not going to be taking anything from them yet. We are going to be... Oh, they're being a little cheeky, aren't they? They're being a little cheeky. They're going to come around. It's fine. We'll crush these guys. We don't want to let them produce too many more troops. This is going to be a bit of a game of whack-a-mole for a while. While we drain them. Like that. It still has us at negative war score in this war, but I really don't think that's going to be an issue. This is going to be the issue. We did pay off our loan from before, but we might have to take another one just to support our army during this siege. But I guess we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and grab a small loan just to get us through this. Because once we have this all conquered and cored up, we are going to be much stronger and much better off for handling the orcs of Frozen Maw, Doombringer, Broken Jaw. Orcs and trolls and other things, oh my. Luckily the alliance with Bjarnrik gives us some vision over here. That's quite nice. So we can see that they have produced some more units, but nothing crazy. A little bit of an event there. Sorry, I just skipped over it. I'm so used to just kind of clicking through those because I know what 99.9% of them do. I've got a couple hours in this game, though I don't exactly play optimally. I don't really feel it's necessary. I like playing a little bit more on the roleplay side, you know what I mean? Rather than just min-maxing everything. Min-maxing everything just gets to be kind of meh. Maybe we could wrap this siege up. That would be great if we got an early end to this siege. Is that gonna happen? No, but it is advancing in siege stage here. And they're moving a lot of troops around. So we are gonna have to do a little whack-a-mole here. Them occupying one or two provinces is not as important as getting this siege down. There we go. Now combined, they have the same numbers as us. But we're going to have the advantage of it being our fort. And, of course, we have Ebon Steel infantry. And they have nothing but infantry. And our leader is also far better at shock, so this should be a resounding victory. We'll see. They've got the maneuver disadvantage. Good starting roll, not so great mid-rolls there. Alright, we won. But it was by the skin of our teeth. Let's go and unoccupy that. Or whack-a-mole these guys, perhaps. Come on, catch them. Fine then, we'll just keep occupying your land if you want to play hard to get. If you want to play hard to get, we can just occupy all your land. Simple as. Occupy Yokulvos. Oh, we got greedy. That sucks. We're already having enough trouble with economy right now. Come on. Let's occupy Rostavik here. Actually, they're coming back. What do we have here? Unorthodox tales. We either get less local unrest, but we get more autonomy and we lose loyalty of the Scalds. Or we get local unrest, lose some power, but we gain legitimacy and we gain loyalty. I think we're going to have to take that, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to take one more loan. Just one more loan, Arthur. Get us through the wars. Okay, good. We caught one of them out. Chase them. We have an opportunity to kind of crush them once and for all here. If we play our cards right and get good rolls. There we go, we got a stack wipe on the Harpies. Let's capitalize on this temporary advantage to occupy all of Skaldskola. And then we'll go and do enough sieging of Vangheim to get them out of the war. Or at least to where they won't throw up too much of a fit if I take all of this. Yeah, so what? We're not planning on integrating trolls anytime soon, sorry. No, 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 we are not fond of trolls. Alright, they're gonna go around, but that gives me time to occupy. Occupy Jotunskola. And we'll crush them again. We've still got manpower advantage, I believe. We don't get as much of a defensive advantage here, but we still get the stack wipe. Beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. I think we're going to go over here and we're going to start sieging the Harpies. We've got the ticker. We've got the ticker. We've got the advantage. At this point, it's just basically a fight of, you know, we can just crush these guys real quick. Just because. More battle war score. Then resume the siege, and at this point, it's pretty much just a waiting game, so we will return when we have something more to report. Alright, so Vangham now is willing to accept peace after a little bit of a siege for full money, war reps, and giving up claims. So we'll go ahead and just take that, just to get them out of the fight. And then I believe Skaldskola should be willing to accept peace at this point. There's going to be quite a bit of AE. We are going to have the possibility of Redgarhaven on their little island forming a coalition against us. Oh no. What will we ever do? What will we ever do? There's going to be a lot of cores to make. Luckily we had enough admin to just do them all. We've got enough dip to throw that war exhaustion down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put Vror in March as our rival, since they've appeared and appear to be taking out Frozen Maw for us. And we're going to have to spend a little bit of time just sitting here recovering from this war, getting our cores and everything, getting unrest under control, paying off our loans, which, can we pay off? Oh, we can already pay off all of them. Excellent. But still, it is going to take a minute to get those cores done and everything. Integrate all of this into our nascent little nation. And then, of course, we're going to have to go back after Redgarhaven once our truce is up in 1460, so 4 years. In the meantime, we could go after Doombringer, which means we would have to fight Broken Jaw as well. We would have to build up for that. So we're going to spend some time just getting these cores put together and everything. Yada yada yada. Maybe a little bit more development. And, well, the beginnings of a navy, because we're going to have to naval invade Redgarhaven. But also maybe build up the military a little bit to fight Broken Jaw and Doombringer, because we are going to have to conquer this area. So, I will be back when we have something more to report on that. Now, during the time that we've been just sitting here, building up, getting our cores and everything, we devved... Oh, speaking of cores, we just cored basically the rest of it. We need a little more admin to finish that out. But we fulfilled the mission Black Pines. Which... let's see. The mountain vales of Urviksten hold iron-hard black pines, long seen as a detriment due to the hardship of cutting them. With modern techniques they can be felled. Unaltered, they make perfect posts or beams, far outperforming other timber, and as planks they can now be shaped as flexibly while retaining much more strength, which gives us 1 base production and 1 in Baldersby and Silverborg, and plus 20% local production efficiency and 0.5 goods produced in both provinces. And this opens up 2 more missions, the Black Pine Company, in which we need to be getting production up in there, and then workshops once we have them, and we need to build a fleet for the Onyx fleet mission, which we will be doing. But just an update on what's been going on. We will return when there is more. Alright, after what is a couple years of sitting on our laurels and building up, we managed to dev the Renaissance into Urviksten, but we don't have enough money to actually embrace it yet. We've built up our fleet here. The last galley here is about to be cranked out, and then we are going to go after the last bit of Olavlund that we have not yet conquered. Giant's Manse, under the rule of Redgaravn. We are not going to need Bjarnrik's help for this. Go ahead and attach them to transport. We're just going to go right in on them. We weren't able to transport the whole army, and for some reason it left out a couple of our ebon steel infantry there. It'll take them a hot minute to get in there, but we'll get in there, we'll siege them down, and that'll be that. We still haven't heard anything from the orcs down here, luckily. And we were able to core all of this, get our unrest mostly under control here. It's just down to a little bit of resistance in Skaldskola and Redgaravn. So we just gotta siege them out, and we will have conquered all of the Olavish peoples. Eventually we will go after Bjarnrik and unite all Garudians, but for now, just the Olavish, and then we need to turn our attention elsewhere and go after the orcs. But this siege is going quite well, quite quickly. Luckily, we still have that 2 siege general. And of course, a full blockade doesn't hurt nothing. We could barrage it if we wanted to waste the mill power, but I'm saving up to take the next tech, since we will be getting Renaissance soon. TM. As soon as we can build up about 200 crowns, which is going to take a while, but we're going to take money from other people as well. Oh, 57%. Let's knock this siege out, boys. 64%. Oh, nobles demand increased pensions. Their loyalty is kind of crap right now, so we'll take the hit to national tax. Alright. We can just straight take them with max money. And of course, we will then take the mission, which gives us Olavish warriors for 10 years. Manpower recovery speed, and national unrest, plus 10 prestige. Now what we're going to have to do is get the autonomy in Skaldol down, and this will give us an extra missionary and Skald's loyalty equilibrium 10% for the rest of the game, which is awesome. But on top of that, we will be able to research ebon forging earlier and quicker. So let's just make sure we're coring up. Otherwise, we need to be saving the rest of our mana for techs. And, of course, we need to be saving our money for getting the Renaissance embraced. Yeah, we'll take dwarf coexistence, absolutely. Because we want to get that ebon steel researching as quick as possible. Now, what's our naval force limit at now? 24. I think we'll go ahead and build 2 more galleys real quick as well. We want to get this up to 25 for the Onyx fleet mission as quickly as possible so we can start just moving on down the mission tree, alright? We could actually get, since we have a little bit of a surplus of mill power, we could get Lineage of Ebenfrost right now. The Ebenfrost dynasty is known infamously throughout all of Canor as great conquerors and warriors, damn right. In 865 after Ashes, Gunnar Ebenfrost, once a lowly reaver, rose to greatness when he conquered all of Castanor in 1 year, rising to be the 49th Castan. He secured his rule, made it a dynastic series of trials instead of more open trials. But if you want to read the rest of that, you feel welcome to. This means we can also take Blood of Victors because we have enough army tradition and all that. Which our current leader gains 1 military, and we get Spirit of Reconquest for 100 years. I wish I would have taken this before coring, but hey, haha. Funny how those things work out when you don't read things beforehand. It's almost like I haven't played this tag in quite a while. Alliance from Bavik, huh? Bavik is where, again? Bavik is this guy right here. I mean, you could be useful in the short term, sure. You could be very useful in the short term. But considering that pretty much all we have left to do this go around is just sitting and waiting, getting things back together, and maybe a little bit of deving, we're probably going to hang this one up right here, and then we'll pick up next time when we're getting ready to bring war to the orcs. So, thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.